Need to adjust. Let me see. Hey. Okay. Big countdown and everything.
Man,
So
I didn't know if it was New Year's coming or what.
I know. I was like, what's going to happen?
Wow, big 30-second countdown. Maybe we could whittle this down to like 10 seconds. That was a lot. So
every second was needed.
I'm going to adjust my settings so that it would be it'll be live. So it'll be public. Then you can share it.
Thank you. I'm the only one out here with my ass out, all exposed to the internet.
Oh.
I'm public on all pages.
So I am too now.
Okay,
I
so
get
everybody...
so many friend requests a day.
Oh, that's what's going on?
Yeah.
You getting friend requests like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Lisa, I need you to shift to your right just a little bit because the banner is over your box. There you go. There you are.
Do I have to stay like this all night?
Well, try for as long as you can. We'll see what happens. Okay. Hello, everybody. What's going on, you all? This is Unmuted the Podcast, and you are with all three of us tonight. We're all here. We're all live. I'm Delvin.
Big baby.
Miss Lisa J is over there. Big Sir right down there. And we're all here. We're all in the house tonight. So what's going on, y'all?
Hey.
Man.
I missed y'all. I'm trying to tell you. It's like I had to say I started to feel muted. I was like, wait a minute, we supposed to be unmuted.
Well, it was a good reason.
There
was a good reason why we were muted.
Yes, it is a very good reason. And we're so happy that you are much better. Big brother almighty.
Yeah.
Me and Latasha over here were sick she was sick for a week or less. I was sick for 2. And so I just couldn't have anybody over. I didn't feel like doing a show. Matter of fact, I did my my Amazing Friends podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I was sick as a dog when I did that.
No.
But I had to get that done because that was the only time I could actually get Rufus. And so it just worked out. But in the meantime, hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Oh, Big Man is in the place.
What's going on, Big Tone?
I got some sense now.
I know you heard me, Bishop. What's up?
Right.
So we're all here tonight. What's going on, you all? This is Unmuted the Podcast, and we got a lot to talk about. But before we start the podcast, I just want everybody to know that you can check in right now. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. So wherever you catch us tonight, you can catch us on all 3 of our pages. And by all means, share this podcast.
Please share.
Because
please share.
Yeah, sharing is caring, as I used to say a long time ago. Sharing is definitely caring. So topic number 1. I'm still tired from Saturday night with Deion Sanders in Colorado. I was up until the game ended around 2 in the morning.
Close to that, yeah.
And I had to get up and go to the radio station at 6 that morning. And I was dead on my feet the entire time. I was dead on my feet.
Talk about this after the show.
Yeah, you saw my face. I was like, the radio station. I was like,
Yeah.
Right, that's another conversation for another time because we ain't about to dive into it right now.
Yeah.
So, all right, brother. You went to the radio station and
right.
I know. but I didn't stay there long. Matter of fact, I just, I was there for not even all of an hour. I wasn't even there for an hour, but I was still,
Too long.
I was still there. I was still there. I'm sorry. Anyway, so I was there, and then I went to church after that. And boy, when them lights went down at the church, boy, guess who was getting some Z's going on?
When I tell you how much I hate sexy church, I cannot stand it. Turn the lights
Sexy
up.
church.
I'm squinting right now, so you already know I need my glasses in the dark. I can't see. People be speaking to me. I just be like, hey, and I just hug them because I don't know who they are.
She says sexy church.
It's sexy church. What do we got mood lighting in church for? Why? But anyway, we digress. Go ahead.
We'll talk about that on another podcast. Yeah. Sexy time church. Deion Sanders pulled out a win. I don't even know how he won that game. I don't even know how. Shedeur, to me, is a prime Heisman candidate.
Absolutely.
And if he does, let's see, he's only going up, and this is what makes it great. There are 3 black men right now that are in the lead for the Heisman. Caleb Williams out of USC, who is last year's Heisman winner. They're the guy out of the University of Washington. I can't remember his name. Penix, I think it is. Is that his name?
I don't remember his name.
He's in the running, and then there's Shedeur. So there's a lot of people who are a little upset that the dynamic has shifted so much, so that they're all 3 black men who are all quarterbacks, by the way. Then once what's the guy's name who got hurt?
Hunter.
When he got hurt, now he's going to be out for like 3 games. I don't know why the guy who hit him was not ejected.
I don't know why even now there's no word about suspension or what. I mean, clearly targeted, blatant late hit. I mean, they're trying to take the star player out, and nothing is done about it.
Oh yeah, but there was a whole lot of talking before the game even started.
Oh, yeah.
They were all out there in front of the on the 50-yard line. They were all chirping, and so just to have them all out there carrying on. Maybe he was targeted. Maybe he was,
absolutely.
Take the best player out the game, and then you won't have these problems. So there's that, and I think that that was a targeted event. To me, it was targeted.
Absolutely.
But you take the best player out the game, and they still won the game. They came back and just won it. I got to give it to Deion.
Absolutely.
I got to give it to him. He doesn't have to win another game this year.
Yeah.
And the next few games are going to be tough because they're all ranked opponents.
We got Oregon next.
Oregon is next. Then you got
USC.
You got Washington. You got Utah at the end of the year. You got there's a lot. You got a lot of people who are going to be like, man, okay, 3 games was enough because they won 1 last year.
Exactly. Yeah.
He didn't do any of this for Jackson State. Yes, he did.
Girl, Jackson State only got what they got right now because of Deion and with his own money.
You can't listen to her. She's just mad that they're not showing up at this year's Classic, they homecoming game that happens in Memphis every year. So I don't know who y'all playing, Kayla, because we don't even know at this point.
They said
I don't.
Prime had Colorado this game looking like the BET Awards. You had
the sidelines.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. They played.
You had Lil Wayne brought him out. When have you ever seen a rapper bring out a football team, an NCAA football team?
Yeah. No, Lil Wayne, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yeah. You had Offset. You had.
That's where Offset was when Nicki Minaj's husband was looking for him in the streets of New York all weekend.
I'm gonna
That's
stop.
so crazy.
I'm gonna stop.
I'm,
He
I'm
wasn't.
sorry. I
He
keep
really wasn't looking
digressing.
for him.
He was
He
out
really
there
wasn't
like,
looking for him.
what
We
was
are not going.
happening?
We are not going to do this, and we're not going to paint this negative picture of what went on. It was nothing but love in Boulder. There
Oh
may
my
not be
God.
any black people in Boulder, but there was enough black people there for the game, and that's all that really matters. It was Black Star Power
Yeah,
all
it
day.
was.
I
And not
love
to
it.
mention Deion's mama giving the speech. I mean, the team go. How can you lose when your coach mama come out there and tell y'all to kick their ass? I mean, come on now.
Did she
Yeah.
pray or she said kick their ass? What she
No,
said?
she said, and
Exactly what I told you.
when you need to kick some ass, you kick some ass. That's what she
Oh,
said.
period. Period.
So I'm not mad at her. Go ahead on,
At
mama.
all.
Go
At
ahead
all.
on. So yeah, so it was business and personal. The amount of sunglasses that were sold, uh,
Man, you can't even get them now. They're on back order right now.
yeah,
What's the
Wow.
company name? I
You
uh,
had
would
it.
know this.
blenders,
Blender.
blenders, yeah,
Blender.
blender is the name of the company, and they are so there's so many. They sold over 1 million pairs just
Wow.
for the
This
weekend.
Yeah.
weekend,
Yeah. Well,
that's
definitely
crazy.
after the comment was made by uh, what's CSU head coach?
Um, too much so much to the point that we don't even.
Norvell.
CSU head coach.
Norvell.
Yeah, we don't even know his name, but but at the end of the day, Prime kept it classy.
Yeah.
Shador was there for it though. At the end, did you see him at the end of the game when they was meeting at the 50-yard line for?
I don't have no Rolly on, but I mean, just imagine that's a Rolly.
And, well, I don't have it. I'm gonna throw mine up there. He said, "Yeah, I'm just gonna be right here for the comments." And
Yeah,
yeah, so shout out to them. But Deion just said, "I'm just happy for another black man to be in the position to
that's
take
true.
his team."
Yeah,
Um, they played hard, and that's all you really wanted. You wanted your guys to come in there and play hard. But I was
just
some
watch your
kind of
mouth.
way. I was some kind of way when I was down here in watching the game in the man cave, and maybe it was 12 o'clock. I said, let me go upstairs to the bedroom. Because my wife was texting me the whole time down here and like, are you coming to bed? I said, yeah, I'll come to bed. Turn on the game. And then she was up watching the game with me. So we were both up watching the game. And
I didn't have that experience.
you just say, okay,
I,
that's
I
no.
was trying to get attention. I'm like, babe, like, I was like, he like, wait. I'm like, oh, so that was my cue
You
to
knew
leave the
better.
room.
You knew better. That's why I went to Exclusive Pour. Shout out to Exclusive Pour. I'm sure I interrupted somebody's birthday party, but all the men there were watching the game. A lot of women were watching too. I'm not gonna say that, but yeah, it was somebody's birthday party. Happy birthday, whoever it was. But yeah, we were there till they were actually closed before the game ended, but we were all still there, glued to the TV. So
Wow.
I
Yeah.
love I love it. There's nothing like when you Deion had his time at Jackson, and he had that energy at Jackson. To
Hmm.
bring that to a Division I Power 5 school and to bring 80 people in the transfer portal
Cut the check.
with them. That's
and they
that's
got the money. They definitely got the money.
well
Jackson
they
State ain't had no money like this.
no. Colorado does not have the money yet.
Oh well, that's true. That's true.
They promised him this money, and they're trying to raise the money, but they
Mhm.
don't have it yet. That's just it. So they're going to try to figure it out. They're going to try to figure out if they can get this money together. But it's a pretty good start
It's
when
coming,
you when these games are 500. The tickets for the game are $512 each.
man.
That
Wow.
that is a
And
lot.
The
Beyonce tickets
lines,
wasn't even that much.
Last year the tickets were just about $100, a
man.
little over 100, and now they're $512. And that in itself, I wanted to go to Michigan's game this year, and their tickets, and they're the second ranked team in the country,
Mhm.
and their tickets were not even, well, the closer you get to midfield, that's like $150. And there's
Wow.
110,000 people in the stadium every game. So $150 times 110,000.
Right.
They getting the
That's
money.
a lot of money.
Just
They
like
get,
Deion when he first got signed to Colorado, it's coming. The money coming.
yeah, it's coming. It's coming. He keeps this up. The amount of endorsements that they did not have compared to
Man,
last year, they have it this year. Oh, and you know, Dion stays with a camera crew in front of him
absolutely,
all the
absolutely.
time. So all of that is going to be put together, and it's going to be dollar signs for him.
Yeah.
Dollar
This
signs.
is a little off subject, but I saw a video today. Shannon sent me a video today, and he said we needed to discuss this, but I didn't send it to you guys. So off subject, not NFL, but NBA. And back as far as AAU, how they are bringing them in with so many endorsements and so much money. And they were seeing like poor kids that's trying to make it, that are skilled and are good basketball players that want to get scholarships. 9 times out of 10, they'll never make it to the NBA
If
because
they're not
they're
at
poor.
AAU, yeah,
They don't have the money for their parents to send them to these $2,000 and $3,000 camps and stuff. So
yeah,
the legacy is becoming NBA players' children taking
yeah.
over the future NBA. And that's like so sad. I mean, I saw it when Kayla was in high school and at Simeon, she went to Simeon, who's the sports school of Chicago, and Nike endorsements all throughout the school. They had Nike
Sure.
walls, Nike everything. But that's where Jalen Rose and
Hmm.
all your other people came from, big names in Chicago. But like that won't happen 9 times out of 10 for your regular average Joe that's shooting shots in the alley. That's really really good, but not afforded the chance because his parents can't send him to where he needs to go to get seen. That's really messed up.
Yeah, I admit that the system itself has failed these players, and I don't know. Well, what you just said, it just reminds me of Chicago State just signed two basketball players. They're 5-star players. They're two twins.
Wow,
They're twins. 5-star
Mhm.
players, 6'9", both of them, and they're going to be playing for Chicago State
wow.
this year. And that is like a big deal for Chicago State because
Absolutely, because who's
Oh, I'm
counting
sure.
Chicago State?
Yeah,
but who right and who what 5-star player do you know that's going to come play at Chicago
At
State?
Chicago
never.
State.
Yeah,
So yeah, they can go there for a year and just go to the NBA right after that. That's
yeah.
how good these two guys are. Just how
Mhm.
too. Um, that was the best year. Okay, yeah. See, and I thank you guys for chiming in tonight. I love each and all the interaction that we're getting tonight from everybody on Facebook and on YouTube. Thank you so much. This is Unmuted the Podcast, and you can check out Unmuted the Podcast wherever you find podcasts. And by all means, go into the website, theunmutedpodcast.com. Okay, so
Yeah.
Deion Sanders, that's one story. Oh, and we got to give it to Coco Golf too.
Oh
Who
yeah,
while we were
congratulations. Yeah,
gone, Coco Golf came in there and she just took over New York City, and I'm glad
absolutely.
because it was time for us to have somebody else up there
Yeah,
to represent.
and we knew
Um,
she was coming. It was just a matter of
Who-
time.
it's a matter of time.
Okay.
Hold on, post pause. I think Lisa's confused.
Can
Uh-oh.
I ask the obvious question?
Yes.
Who is Coco Golf?
Oh Lord, pray for her. Devil.
Listen, I didn't
Put your
even
hands
chime
on her.
into this real
It's
sports
just
conversation because I know that's not my lane. So I
Exactly.
stayed
Just
over
Cynthia.
here in my lane. So can y'all tell me who Coco
Cynthia
Golf is?
says that Lisa's face says it all.
Come on, seriously. Like, do you
Pin
know, sis? Who is Coco Golf?
drop.
Tell me, text me.
Everyone knows but you. See, even my niece know.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my,
Co-
wow,
Coco
my
Coco is
baby
the
knows.
new Venus Serena. She's the new.
See, y'all gotta. I don't know names. I be knowing though.
okay.
Okay.
So Coco Golf, 19 years old,
Yep.
has been playing forever since she was
Yes.
8 or 9 years old.
Mm-hmm. Saw
And
that.
so she's been playing forever, and she has won everything but a major. This was her first major, and so for her to win this and to win $3 million on top of
Yeah,
this,
that's
dude,
right.
shout out to her. She's still living at home with her parents, and I ain't mad at you.
That was hilarious because then one of the reporters asked what she's gonna do. Was she gonna pay some bills or something? She's like, I live with my parents. I don't have any bills. I mean,
And that's
Right.
what she
you
got
gotta
life
love it.
messed
Gotta
up
love it.
right there.
For
She got
now,
life messed up.
for now, she gonna have
Uh-uh.
some bills. She gonna have some bills coming up out of this. Watch what happens.
Man.
Hey, shout out to my cousin Dewana. Just stepped in the chat.
What's
Hey,
going on,
she
y'all?
sent
Thank you guys for showing up tonight. Thank you.
Birmingham, Alabama.
Come on, shout
Hey,
out. Okay, shout out to Birmingham. Okay, any more chairs? Do the Birmingham have any chairs left? Are there any chairs left in
yeah.
Birmingham?
And I think if there were any left, Plies took care of them all this weekend while he was there.
I wanted to see footage from it. I
Oh
didn't
my
get to
God,
see. Is
I
it
love
on his?
Plies. That
Is
dude
it
is
on his?
hilarious. Yeah,
I love
well, it
him
was on his
too.
live, so it should be. It may still be up there, but yeah,
Mhm.
he had one of the women that was actually involved in the on stage with him, giving a blow by blow. Yeah,
Hey,
No, so go
go ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
It was me looking at some clips on, scrolling through social media. There was a black news reporter. It wasn't necessarily news. Oh, what am I
K
talking
log
about?
off.
Oh, it was the school district here. The new
Oh, yeah.
superintendent of the school district had
Mm-hmm.
the chair earring in her
Stacey
ear.
Yeah, she
Davis.
sure did. She sure did. Yeah,
Stacey
Come
I
Davis,
love
on
it.
now.
who
I
is the
love it.
head of the Chicago Teachers Union. She is a mess. She is
She
petty
did
for
her.
a reason. She is petty for a
she
reason.
she repped us, and
Petty
I
for a
can't.
reason. I love it. Her. Uh, we got to put it on the Instagram page. She has a white chair earring
Hmm.
Yes.
that she was showing off while she was on CNN.
Made sure
That
to pull that hair back so it could
and
be
made
seen.
sure, yes,
And you
Yeah.
see, so
you,
serious, so focused. She was not even like tripping and acknowledging it. She's just talking,
Hmm.
doing
Yeah.
her spiel. And this
Yeah.
chair is right here, like
yeah.
moving
And
back
I
and
know,
forth,
Yeah.
like try me, try me, try me.
and
Come
Abby
on.
Phillip. She's the one. Abby Phillip was the one interviewing her on CNN. You
Yeah.
know, she saw that chair. You knew that she had something to say, but the people at CNN were like, "Do not speak about the chair. Do not talk about the chair.
Don't
Don't
even acknowledge it.
don't acknowledge it at all." And so yeah, she you do not live with your mother, Antonio. You do not live with your mother. You know what? And
Antonio,
shout out to moms everywhere
Hey
uh,
man.
who have their kids living with them without a bill. And I just want to know, Mom, can I come back home?
my daughter
Can
lives in Houston, but she really still don't have no bills. Not for real, cause
Because you got them all. Because you got them all.
anyway, love you, babe. Don't judge. Don't send me no evil text.
Leave my niece alone. Leave
These
her be.
is just jokes.
Leave her be. Shout out to Coco Golf. Yes. And
Yeah.
now, ladies and gentlemen, um, I don't know when it happened, but what's the guy's name? Um, the guy that just got divorced. Jeezy. I'm sorry.
Jeezy.
Oh,
Jeezy.
filed. Yeah. He just filed. Yeah. Yeah.
Jeezy was
Jeezy
like, look,
Jeezy just filed, and the ink wasn't dry on the marriage yet, on the marriage license.
literally found
Well, they've
what
been married what
Friday?
2 years, 3 years. They ain't been
Two. It's just two. It's just two. Baby is 3 months. Nah, I don't know how old the baby is, but
maybe up to
he
maybe at
it
least a
is
year.
maybe a year. It didn't take him too long to realize he had made a mistake. And
Was it a
yeah,
mistake?
he
Was this okay? Was this a pandemic relationship gone wrong?
Mm.
because it's so many of them. If we did a poll right now and could interview people and ask, I think our numbers would be off the charts because so many of them, and not only so many of them started and formed during the pandemic, so many of them ended that have been together for years and years. That's neither here nor there. Jeezy,
I need Kay to log off.
because what is she talking about?
Well, folk.
Listen, don't heckle me in the comments, Kay. You will get canceled. I have a following. No, I'm the biggest one that hate cancel culture, and I'm gonna tell my child that. But anyway, so Jeezy is focused on becoming not who's coming with him. And he posted some pictures on Thursday before they went viral or public that he had filed for divorce. And he was stating that he's just all about himself right now and he's focused on where he's going and not who's coming with him. So that was
Oh
a
wow.
major clue for the next day, the divorce papers to go
Yeah.
public. And yeah, it says one
Well,
day before the news broke, the rapper took to Instagram with a series of confident photos and a caption about looking after himself. It says the rapper posted on Instagram Thursday, one day before People, this is from People magazine, People obtained documents revealing that he filed for divorce. He filed for
yeah.
divorce from the real host to share a series of confident photos of himself alongside a caption that seemed to reference the splits. Too focused on who I am becoming to focus on who's not coming with me, wrote Jeezy. He's 45. And what is her name? Jeannie Mae or Jenna
Jenny
Mae?
May.
What's her name?
Jenny.
Jeannie Mae.
Jenny.
She's 44. And they had a 2.5 year relationship. And they have a baby, Monarch. Monarch, I think that's his name. Yeah.
That's a girl.
And it's her. Uh, they named their girl Monarch. Okay.
Hey,
Didn't we
hey,
talk about? Didn't we talk
come
about
on now.
fucked up baby names before? Didn't we talk about this?
We definitely talked about that. But Monarch, that just sounds masculine and dominant to me.
Hey,
But anyway.
that's,
Yeah, so they say he stated that they are currently living as separately as they possibly can. So
Mm.
that means they're in two different houses already and stuff. And so like, yeah, he's filing for
well, I
joint
did see,
custody.
and I should have sent the link to you guys when I first saw the video. It was from I don't know how far back this interview was with Jenny, but she admitted to having
Is that the one
uh,
she's talking about? She like white dude?
no, this is when she's talking about her temper or
Oh yeah, he had to check
how
her.
she speaks to, yeah,
He
and
had to check her.
Jeezy
hmm
had the temper.
what's that?
Jeezy had the temper.
No,
Jenny,
she
Oh,
Jenny,
he
yeah,
had the temper. Oh,
yeah, she'd come to the realization, and that he would have to check her, and then her going off the deep end causes him to, and then she's like, wait a minute, who you talking to? And then she had to realize this coming from you know what I'm doing. I don't really think she wanted him,
Oh my God. Kayla's in the
to go
comments
to
talking
that
about
level.
rumor has it she cheated with Mario Lopez, but I don't know how true that is.
Ah,
Listen,
not Mario
listen,
Lopez. Come on now.
well,
come on. But
they did do an interview on was it Access Hollywood that he was
I
on?
can't
that's his
stand
show or Entertainment Tonight. One of them, I don't
Yeah,
know.
Entertainment Tonight. Yeah.
he did an interview with her, and they were talking about the fact that um, her relationship, how they met, how they got together, and how he proposed. Um, he tried to go to Vietnam, which is where she is from, um, and propose to her there. Flights got canceled because of the whole COVID thing, and so he wound up proposing to her
At the nail
in
shop.
he no
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
wound up proposing, brought Vietnam to her, brought her mother in as much as I can know, and proposed there. But afterwards, this is my point. You cannot take a pandemic relationship, because you're just all on top of each other. You have nowhere to go. That when the pandemic is over, you better have a life, and you're able to go back to that life.
They
Otherwise,
couldn't because they
you're
had a
gonna.
little baby.
Well, I know how pandemic relationships work. Hell, I married my wife during the pandemic, but when the
Look at you
pandemic
now.
when the pandemic is over, you got to have something going on with your. You got to have a life, and
Yeah.
you got to find out how you can separate yourself because you're always used to being together. You have nowhere to go. Places are closed. Well, if you're going to eat, you're going to eat together. You're going to do it. It's all closed. So that's pandemic relationship. But when the pandemic is over,
Yeah.
you better have something going on. You better have your life together. And
Listen.
Right.
I don't know. That's true. It's similar to transition to empty nesting. It's true. Because you got to find out you got to find out who you are all over again and rebuild yourself and get your identity back because you can't be under them all the time. Well, I'm going to work. Well, guess what? I'm going to go to work with you because I'm
not going to work with
you. That's just the way that I see it. And so if you're in a pandemic relationship and it's still going strong, please feed it by getting your life. Do something together, but get your life. My wife would tell me all the time, Devin, get your life. So our very first date was her telling me, get my life. And
Wow.
at the time I was like, I'm going to you told me to get my life.
She said, I'm going to work with you. That's right, Tasha. Follow me in.
No, do not go to work with me, please. Tasha told me to get my life on our first date. And at the time, I went to Devon Robb, who we all know, Devon Robb.
Oh, yeah.
Devon was a very key person in my life, and he was very instrumental with me being with Natasha. But I went to him and I said, she told me to get my life on the first date. And he said, well, do you need to get your life, Devin? And I was like,
you had to look at it like, well, damn.
Luke Cage tell you to get your life. Do you need to get your life?
I guess I got to get my life. And so I got my life. We wound up getting married. And so key point is in all of this, you got to have a life outside of you all being together. And that's the bottom line. And if the pandemic being over means that your marriage is over, then you didn't have a relationship.
Yeah, you didn't have a real situation. It was a trauma.
Time.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that there's a child that came out of this now, but how many kids does Jeezy have? He's got like 4 kids now. So
yeah, he this Monarch is
2, right? That's 4.
Monarch.
He's got.
He should have. I thought people said that Monarch said that he had 2. So Monarch would be
he had 2.
the 3rd.
Yeah. Number 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, from previous relationships, and Jenny Mae, she's out here, she did speak on her preference a couple of years before they got married, and she was like, I will always go back to my white boys because my white boys take care of me. They're more attentive. They do all this, and I wish I could find the clip to send it to you so you could see it for yourself. But because they was like, it was when she was on the Real, and Tamar was like,
she was married before, right?
Yes.
Or were they married? I know either they were engaged or married.
I'm not
sure. He wanted kids and she didn't.
Oh well, look how that turned out.
Look how that turned out. But yeah, she was saying that, and this was like like I said, a few years ago before they got married, and she was saying, I like dark men. I like how they look and I like how, they feel, but like I'm gonna always return to my white dudes because they take care of her. And maybe she was right. Like maybe Jeezy, he put in as much time as he could, and then he was like, you know what? This girl keep giving me Brussels sprouts when I want some collard greens, and this ain't working.
She was talking about the fact that Jenna Mae, loved chitlins. That she was a big fan of chitlins and ate them all the time when they were together.
Jeezy ain't like them.
Jeezy was the one that made them for her.
Oh, okay.
He made them for
her. You done lost your chitlin maker. I wish this man would make me some chitlins.
Lisa, the baby name Monaco. Where you get
what I say?
Matriarch from? I don't know. Whatever you call the baby.
Monarch.
Monarch.
Yeah.
Monaco.
Tomato. Listen.
Wow.
Monarch, Monaco. Wow. Let's call the whole
Matriarch. Yeah.
I was close.
Clive says they do eat dogs
Nope.
in Vietnam,
Nope.
so
Not touching that one. Nope.
mm-mm. Uh,
Mm-mm.
this is the racially insensitive portion of the program. So I promise you, we're not gonna get banned for
Oh
this.
my God. Unmuted. Hey, at
After
least
all,
Funny feels good to be unmuted again.
this is
Man,
the
listen,
permission to
it's been
speak.
about a month.
Oh my God. Kay,
I've
go
been trying
on.
to talk. What's she saying?
Nothing.
He,
Nothing.
His nail. Woo!
Mm.
you know what, my daughter, you
Ain't nothing
gotta
like a
love
good
it.
nail filer, though. I'm telling you right now, ain't nothing like a good nail filer.
Cause listen, I will wait on Allison every time she's in town. I don't have to go. I will wait. But anyway, that's neither here nor
Wow.
there.
Okay. All
Um,
right.
yeah, so not only did we have an upset with Jeezy and Jenna May,
Mm.
it was undisclosed and like real secretive. Like they tried to come a couple of weeks ago. They started coming at Iman. Is that
Oh,
how you
Iman and
pronounce
yeah,
Iman
and
Shumpert and Tiana. Like
Tiana,
he
yeah.
in the stripper's dressing room and he doing all of this. And it was not until what? Yesterday, day before yesterday. I think it was Saturday. Tiana, like, she stayed silent. He stayed silent until she was like, not too much of my best friend. Y'all
Right.
not finna try and drag him when, yeah, we are separated.
But they have nothing to do
And,
with
but this had nothing to do with infidelity. And
yeah.
that kind of broke my heart. I was seeing them and their two babies who are, what, a couple of years apart, but are twins. They had the same baby
Mhm.
twice and they just all look so perfect and they look so happy. And then to see that they are separated and they have been for a while and that they're
Mhm.
possibly pending divorce, this just hurt. I was like, dang, like we was rooting for y'all. But yeah, at least we know he wasn't cheating. Although those
Mhm.
pictures showed him like in strippers' dressing rooms and
Good
all
old
that stuff.
Diamond.
I don't know what that girl, the one that was like he in the bed with me or whatever, and she did a video. I don't
I
know
still
what she was
don't buy
talking
that one
about.
because it
I
wasn't
gave
no
it no,
face.
I
No
gave it
face,
no
no case.
attention. I
Wait,
didn't. All you saw was a shadow.
hold on.
Hmm?
What happened?
Yeah, so some girl had came forth. She was the first one to put out there Iman Schuber in my bed or something like that. And it was just shadows. It was not you didn't see his
Exactly.
clear face or you didn't
Right.
see anything like that. Then days later, like they showed Iman Schuber in like the stripper's dressing room at some club or something like that. It might have been on the set of the show. Hell, we never know. But
Who
they
haven't been
got
in the stripper's dressing room before?
well me. I'm just
I
gonna throw
have
that
never.
out.
I said it again. I said it before. I'll say it again. I have never been to a strip club in my life. I've never been to a strip club. I
Steven,
have no desire to
we
go to a
gotta,
strip club.
with
However,
Tasha's permission, we gonna have to take Steven. I mean, take Delvin to.
I was about to say, you ain't got to take me.
I know you got membership.
You all go for that bitch like Norm. Steve! Titties.
You
All
know
right, I'm
what?
sorry.
Hey, Mama Stanley, glad you could join us.
I'm sorry. That's my
I
private.
didn't music.
That's my song. That's my song with
Y'all
Latasha.
didn't hear me. I said, hey, yeah. I said, hey, Mama Stanley, glad you could join us. Let's see.
Who?
Right.
Sands on
Me
here
look
tonight.
like
I
hmm?
said, Mama Stanley.
Oh,
Mama,
she
oh,
know
okay.
Hey.
See, Tasha, that is not me saying this at all. You already know. There's only one booty I
Whoopsie.
love, and that's the booty that I'm married to. Booty everywhere. Booty everywhere. So
Y'all get caught up so hard.
And for the record, I only go to encourage.
if
Who
I
doesn't
went,
need a little
Encourage this.
encouragement?
if
Encourage
I
the strippers.
if I went, I would go in
Everybody
ministry.
need encouragement.
And, yeah,
Encourage them to
doesn't
do
need
what?
ministry.
Huh?
Turn their life around.
Encourage them.
Turn their
I
life around.
encourage
Do
them. They can do it. Put their back into it.
I'd be like, do you know the Lord? Do you know Jesus for the pardon of your sins? Would you like for me to pray with you tonight?
delve
Or to
in.
pray over you tonight?
Step to your
Where's
left,
my oil?
because that lightning gonna come right down on
I'm
your right.
sorry.
So yeah, just
Oh, the
move on
best
over.
wings. Oh, they have the best wings.
Oh,
Now I will
And they clap with no
say
hands.
the wings in Atlanta at Magic City. Gordon Ramsay couldn't do any better.
I don't know anything. Just like Lisa don't know nothing about sports or whatever the case may be, I know nothing about this topic at all. I do
That's
not.
best.
I don't know anything. I'll be the first one
Yay.
Hey, I used to work at them, so I mean, I get it.
Yeah, one of the what was it? Married to Medicine, a series. One of the doctors on there that was married to a woman that was part of the cast of Married to Medicine. She found out her husband was cheating on her at Magic City, and so that's just a line that me and Kayla frequently talk about when it comes to Married to Medicine. Yeah, that it was so bogus the way they did it and the way she found out that they had the stripper like walk up to her and be like, "Hey, so how's Darren?" And she was like, "What? How you know?"
Wow.
Yeah, it was so messy. Y'all need to watch some of the reality shows out of Atlanta. Some of
Yeah,
them
we
are
do.
more real
Do
than
they
not.
have strippers?
They did have she was stripping on stage when she bent down and was like, "So hey, how's your husband? How's Darren?"
Okay, I might watch
Yeah.
I still haven't watched P Valley yet. I gotta.
it. Oh, damn.
But it doesn't. It comes on what? It comes on Stars.
It ain't came on because of the
Sorry.
damn strike.
Well,
So
yeah, that's true.
it's
But when
two
But did they even
seasons.
film?
It's a
Did they
two.
finish?
They
They
ain't did
they
nothing.
oh, so they hadn't done anything with her yet?
They have not done anything.
no, there hasn't
I'm
been
surprised
anything
the
done.
Shy came back as quick as they did because with
They
these
must. They
strikes
had
and
to have
stuff,
already. They had to have already filmed that.
the Shy,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, the Shy had already been filming. I guess because
Yeah,
of I don't know.
some of these shows went. They're able to come on because they put their shows in the can before the strike started. So
Hmm.
that's why they.
Right. And I think P Valley was still waiting on the green light for season three. Was it a season three? What
Oh,
season are they
yeah,
on?
they're going into three. They got the green light. They
They
had to
got
go
the
for two
green
more
light, but they
seasons.
didn't get the
So
funds.
But
So
what? How?
what network are they on?
they're
I want
on
to say
Stars.
stars, right? Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
Stars. Okay, so yeah, so I don't have Stars, so that's why. That's why I don't
Well,
have it.
Delvin, it's all your fault. If you would order Stars, damn it, we could see P Valley. Let's raise these damn sales up. Come on.
this is
Well,
true.
right now Hulu is $90 a month. I'm not trying to get any more. I'm not trying to give Hulu
Wait.
any more of my money.
Oh, you got all the Hulu like live specials, all that stuff.
Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus. I have
Oh
all.
no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, but I have to. I have to, and I gotta get it without
I'll let
commercial.
me off cam, bro. I can hook you up for the
Okay, 'cause,
low.
is there's a
Well, let
Fire
me know
Stick?
too.
Anybody got a Fire Stick that they can borrow that
Yeah,
I can
I
I
borrow?
need
got
a new
that
one.
Fire Stick hookup for
I
y'all.
do need a new one. I'm going to
Get you a
order that.
VPN and we can talk.
Okay.
Alright.
All right. So we've talked about Coco, Deion. We talked about Jeezy and Jenna May. Um, the very thing that we all need to talk about.
No, 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 no.
What? What are we talking about now?
Before that, we gotta
Before,
talk about Tyler Perry.
oh,
Oh yeah.
yes.
We gonna end that on the bang.
Okay.
That's positive, but
Let
we
me
gonna
find the
talk about
Tyler
the
Perry
mess
clip. Hold on a second. Let me find the Tyler Perry
Please
clip.
find it. Find the
Yeah.
clip.
because why y'all mad? Y'all get so mad and offended about
Everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything. I could be like, you know what? I kind of like a lead better than I like Tylenol. And people will
Oh, you
come
call
and try and
yourself
cancel.
black.
Right. How can you
You like that
judge
white pill?
Tylenol? People just are so distorted in their thoughts
Yeah,
and their
it
feelings
really
and
is.
emotions that
You
it's
can't
sad.
disagree with anyone. If you disagree with anyone, you're
You're
hateful.
trash. You're
Yeah,
canceled.
yeah.
And you're like,
In this case, um, I'm trying to wait for the lie
Man,
that said. I'm trying to
We
wait.
all gonna be waiting because I didn't find one.
Tyler Perry, and we got this today. Lisa, you found this, right? Lisa found this, sent it to me and Steven, and immediately I was like, "Oh hell yes, we got to talk about this." And I'm gonna play the clip because I kind of got it, and as soon as he said it, it was right before in the studio here. I record Al Sharpton, his show, his syndicated show comes on. I record it and then I send it out to other stations. So I had to get this recording on before he came up at 12 o'clock. And so I was trying to get this and I got it. Let's just Tyler, ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Perry.
Go on and play it. Just go.
In our society right now, Black women are making a lot more money for the most part than Black men, right? There are a lot of Black men who are successful, but for the most part, Black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can, because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the, I came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you handle the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in, because that means, no, I need somebody who is, they need to make 5 times more, and I got to have, well, go on, keep your list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you. Hope it happens. Go on, keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you, I know people whose men can't touch what they make. But when you see them together, that love, that support, that I got you, babe, it's a beautiful thing.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Don't nobody want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk
about it. Don't nobody want to be real.
Nobody.
Tyler Perry told the truth, the absolute 100% truth.
And the fact that all three of us agree on this at the same exact time is amazing. Because, like,
it's the truth.
It's the truth.
It's 100% the truth. And here's
you
how
can't expect to meet everybody at your level. You got to meet them where they are. And if where they are is the $50,000 a year custodial job, are you supposed to cut them off and not mess with them because they not on your level? They're not brunching Saturday and Sunday like you are, or they don't own a house or something like that. Like,
I'm saying that you can't throw everybody out because they don't make what you make.
That's right.
Tyler's right that the way that society or the economy is built, women are making more than men. So shout out to the men who are making 6-figure, 7-figure that can date whoever they want to, but that is not everybody. And the pool is very shallow when it comes to that. So,
and I wish Kevin Samuels could have lived to address this situation right here, because he always came for the women who were making $25,000, $30,000 a year that wanted a man that was what did he call him? What was the term? High value.
Yeah,
a high value man. So now that we're in this day and age that we're acknowledging, because it's been around for forever, some men are not making $100,000 a year. Some men are only making 40. Some men are only making 50.
right.
And do they not deserve a relationship? Do they not deserve love? Do they not deserve to be looked at by women because they only make $40,000 a year? Why?
I know plenty of men.
And who are these women that are overlooking them to sit at home on Friday and Saturday night to go to brunch with their girls on Sundays because they not giving ear to these men because they only make $40,000 or $50,000 a year.
I know plenty of men who make six-figure salaries who treat their women like garbage, who will strangle their women, who will abuse their women, and the women put up with it because he's a six-figure salary person. But they look at the person who makes $50,000-$60,000 a year, who treats them like the queen that they are, and won't give them the time of day.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. I don't understand that part at all. So what Tyler said about dating down, maybe you might have to date down, but you're not looking at the money anyway, because money is fleeting. You can lose your job tomorrow. You can lose all your investments in a week. And
they can take you right now and be like, yeah, your job gone.
So but it's about how that person can treat you. I'm not gonna say that's the only thing that matters. You have to be supported in some form, but you better look at how that person treats you above and way past how much money they make. Because that's the only thing that's going to last. So if you make, guess what? If I'm making 50,000 and she's making 150,000, guess what? We making 200,000.
6 figures together, baby.
Exactly.
That's what this whole thing is. It's not. I can't stand it when they say, well, it's not. It's not 50-50 or it's not, all this stuff. Guess what? You take what you get. There's gonna be times in which I'm gonna be 30 and she's gonna be 70. There's gonna be some times where I'm gonna be,
and that's how it always falls. Ain't nobody always 100 at the same time.
Antonio, come on, man. What about what's on the inside? What about what's on the inside? What about men of integrity, men of substance? That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly. That's what we're saying.
You better look at what's on the inside and what kind of character that person has. What type of integrity does that person has? How that person loves his mama. You better look at stuff like that, because
some of these responses that post got, I'm gonna read them. It says, "My thoughts on Tyler Perry have never wavered. He's a misogynistic who lives in humble Black women. I loathe him and his buffoon alter ego Madea. That bitch made billions at our expense and has the audacity to want us to live on love. He can bite the deepest part of my groin."
Oh.
And this one says,
well, that's her problem, because ain't nobody. I mean,
she ain't got no groin, not for real. She already, unless her pronoun is a little different.
Excuse me, sir. I don't know if
are we really surprised Tyler Perry is telling Black women to date down? Black women dating down has been a plot in all his movies. His character Madea is a stereotypical misogynistic caricature of older Black women. This man clearly does not think highly of Black women or believe we are deserving of anything. How I'm gonna not say what I was gonna say because Antonio on here. How think? How they get all that from that clip? He trying to help Black women in that clip, trying to tell us don't try to hold out for the $100,000, the millionaire nigga. Like, y'all want to be loved right now? Start paying attention to Mr. Jenkins that work at the school that might be the custodian that can love you and take you out on Saturday nights and Sunday nights. Like, he trying to bring us like into reality. But these people that's clearly responding to this video that don't have it for him and his acting skills and his abilities, like, y'all attacking a fictional character. Why y'all coming at my Madea? Like,
yeah, Madea ain't did nothing to you but made you laugh.
Ain't did.
They just mad.
but attacking his fictional character and not addressing what he said, that just
It's
means
deflecting.
no. That also means that they got hurt by this because they live their lives trying to be with a high value man, and high value men want nothing to do with them. And so when you find somebody out there who wants to be with you, but they're a bus driver, all of a sudden that's a problem for you. So,
Thomas J, I'm gonna need you to go back to cheating. Yeah, you have a reputation around these parts, sir. So, yeah. Where's Joey?
I just don't understand wow, you stupid.
We know that name whenever it comes up. We know Thomas J name. So
wow.
I ain't forget, never forget.
Never forget. Never forget.
Never forget.
I just don't understand how is it worth it? Whatever the six figures, whatever money that you have at your leisure, being with someone who's definitely cheating on you, that's probably abusing you, that's and you can't say anything because you don't want to. That money is that important to you that you'd rather have that than someone that truly loves you or that cares for you. That's
it don't
that's going
make
to be
sense.
there for you. I don't get it.
I just don't understand how people in general just look at the surface of what a man makes, and then they define you based off of what you make. You miss out on so much of a person just based on their job or what kind of job he has and what kind of salary he has and all of that. I promise you, I may not ever make a six-figure salary.
You will.
But damn it, I bring a whole lot to the table. I bring a whole lot to the table. So but money
alone brings a lot to the table.
See, I'm not trying to get out here and impress people by how much money I make. That's not who I am. That's not who I am at all. So I just want to make sure that that men get a fair shot. Those blue collar brothers that are out there, you might want to look at them. If their boots are dirty, that means they work.
The CTA drivers, the railroad, what is it? What's our railroad? Metro. Amtrak. Girl, like some of them are really making a bag. And y'all out here not wanting to, oh, he's blue collar. No, I want to date an entrepreneur. The entrepreneurs are struggling worse than anybody, depending on the business that they're in. And you're looking at them because, oh, he don't punch no clock. Oh, he got 5 bands every week and he could do this and he could do that. That's not consistent. That's dependent upon his customers.
Exactly.
And like you don't look at that and you want to just see, oh, he an entrepreneur, he do this and he do that. That shit ain't long lasting. If he ain't got the support to have your business based on public support, that in itself is trying. You're at the mercy of the public people. And that's why I will always applaud entrepreneurs for stepping out there and getting out there and doing their thing and actually building their brands and becoming successful because they did that on building their customer base. And that's not an easy thing to do.
No.
Hell, we trying to build up listeners for our podcast, and that's trying. But like people who are out there that's got to get their bread and butter every day from their entrepreneur business, how long? And to talk to them, find out, ask them questions. How long did it take you to be able to live week to week with your business?
Week. Let me tell you something. If you're in business, you live off the 30-day net. You live off the 30-day net. And you don't get paid every week. When I left my job, I was getting paid every week. Not a problem at all. When I started my own, I got paid every month. It decreases. it decreases. I put in the invoice
Mhm.
for what I did for a month. So I worked for you for an entire month and I didn't get paid. Then I submit the invoice. I got to wait another month to get
Mm.
paid.
And you gotta wait and live and still
And you
eat
got to
and pay
sustain.
bills during that time.
So I'm telling you,
I tried
entrepreneurship.
to hold it. I tried it during the pandemic, and working for myself. I, I must have been tough because I quit on myself. I didn't like me as a boss, and yeah, I just went back to the 9 to 5.
But
Steven,
this ain't for everybody though. But
you
the
were
thing is,
selling your underwear during that time and nobody wants to buy it. It was a pandemic. Everybody's money
Well,
was
I had
tight.
it wrong. I didn't know you were supposed to use the women's underwear. I
you use
didn't
your
know that
own.
at the time. I was just
You
using my own. Nobody explained it to me.
So the business went south. Pardon the pun. In a hurry.
I was just trying to figure out the niggas in jail was making all this money. Selling, I thought they were selling their own underwear. Did nobody tell me, no, you're supposed to sell the women underwear. And wasn't nobody buying my hands. And now I'm out of underwear and I ain't making no money.
So they pulled out so they got the envelope and they open the envelope and what is this? What
But Dusty,
smell like Badusi? Oh my god.
Hey, I
So
tried.
yeah, maybe it wasn't the best thing in the world for you to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
wait, Antonio said, is it a thing with today's chick? I ain't got my
It ain't
glasses
even the
on. What are
young.
you
It's not
saying?
even Tonio. It's not even the young women. Okay, yeah, you do get a lot younger, but there's a lot of um older or middle aged women with this mentality. It's not even so much the younger uh
It's
women
not. The
with this
younger
mentality.
ones don't even, I can't say they don't know because they know and they see what it is out here that they want and they go after that. But these older ones, like uh Gen, what are we? X?
Gen
I
X
don't
It's
and
even
some
know what I don't. Yeah,
it,
I think we
it's
are.
some Gen X is 65 to 80
right.
or
Okay.
68 or something like that to 80. So like yeah, it's a lot of Gen X that's out here that's like, nah, he gotta have this and he gotta have that and he gotta have this because I got this and I got that. When how did you get how did you get it? You got it off the back of somebody else. You didn't really like, you know, build your own platform. You did what you did and you got lucky. And so now you want to turn your nose up and you want to look at another brother like sideways because he's still working a 9 to 5. I will never uh these these people that are in these positions that talk about a 9 to 5 like it's the scum of the earth. Oh, you still work a 9 to 5.
Right.
You
I'm
don't? Like, yeah, I work a 9 to 5 and I get my check every 2 weeks.
Hello.
On that Friday, my shit is guaranteed. When you get your next payment as entrepreneur,
it's
Exactly.
like it's not for everybody. So
not.
like don't judge because some people choose to work and some people choose to, build their life their way and be an entrepreneur. That's fine. And once you become successful that you getting constant payments in like that, kudos.
Right.
Kudos to you. But while you struggling, don't ever look at us. Don't ever judge us for working a 9 to 5. So hell, I work too.
Mm-mm,
And hmm,
mm-mm.
and do. And will do it again and looking for a third. Who hiring? So come on. I am going to live the type of life that I want to live and I'm going to work hard to get that, but I'm going to work it hard on these corporations backs. I'm not going to wear myself out. I'm going to get y'all dollars. I'm going to get y'all benefits. I'm going to get everything y'all got to offer me for me and my family, my descendant, my baby that was on this live. Yes, absolutely. We finna take all y'all benefits. And
It's like
I
so
don't
like
have a product to offer y'all. I don't have like some shit to offer y'all for me to be an entrepreneur at this time. So no, my thing is building my income, building my brand internally because y'all don't know shit about my brand. So I'm building my stuff up internally to when I get to that place, I can be like unleash the dragon and y'all be like, oh my god, oh my god, who knew? Like yeah. But
it's
it's
all
a
about working
process.
hard
It's
because
a it's
you
working
you look
hard
at
and
these
it's a
people that's
process.
yeah they look at these people like Judy and what's it the lady that started
Super,
Slutty Vegan, what's her name?
yeah. Uh,
They think it's overnight just
Pinky,
because they just not seeing them.
yeah.
Judy had that hair. How long she had the hair?
Big Booty Judy had
Yeah,
Kaleidoscope products for a
Kaleidoscope.
while,
Thank you.
even
Yeah,
before. Well, Judy was the first entrepreneur to take off from their friend group because it's Judy, it's Super, and it's Tokyo. So Judy is the hair
I didn't know
product.
Tokyo was even in that. I didn't know that. Okay.
Exactly. Super is the makeup artist.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah.
started her own makeup line, Crayola or
Right.
brand or
Right. Right.
Cray-
Yeah.
and Tokyo, she started like just being around them and getting because she's the youngest of both of them. And so
Okay.
she started just getting
Yeah,
encouraged
I
by
didn't know
being
she was in
around
that.
them.
Okay.
And she ended up on Love and Hip Hop. And then she started figuring her stuff out.
Right.
So they did videos on Vine back in the day. But listen, what all three of them are on this day right here in 2023 are entrepreneurs and multimillionaires. Not
Indeed.
only that, Super, who is the one who made the Crayola
Yeah.
makeup line, Black Smoke, who's another entrepreneur out of New Orleans, who makes the non-nicotine hookahs
Vape or hookah. Okay.
that every celebrity and everybody is talking about. This man makes $1 million every night when he closes his
That's
eyes.
crazy.
Mm.
That's
A
crazy.
$1 million every night from his friend believing in him and supporting him and giving him
Wow.
startup money from her makeup business, giving him startup money like, yeah, Black, do your shit. And he
Wow.
did his shit. And he's now buying her Teslas for her
Right,
birthday.
Antonio.
See what I'm saying? So
Antonio,
it's all about, I ain't even see
Antonio
what
says you
Antonio
must
said.
crawl, then walk, then run. No one
Yeah.
runs into running. That's the truth. That's the
Truth.
truth.
The truth.
One of the biggest things, I'm in this podcast network, and the biggest question that everyone has: how can I monetize? How can I get started with monetizing? And I say every time, can you get started first? Can you just start? And
Where
let's
you are.
start with the crawl first. You want to monetize and become the next Kev on stage or whoever else is out there. Can you at least start a podcast
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
work on it from
Literally,
work on your craft? That's all. That's all it takes. But
look
you know,
at us.
you can't
This
go
is
into
our second StreamYard
yeah,
video.
Mhm.
And
yeah.
we've had, I can easily say, we've had
Uh,
more
we've got
viewers than we've ever had. This is the second
79,
one.
70 comments so far, and
So like, yeah, you gotta start small. And you can't expect like, oh, I went live last night and I had like 35 viewers, so I need to check for $1,000 from Facebook tomorrow. That it doesn't happen that way.
No.
You have to keep working on your stuff and you have to keep building it up and building it up. And what Ashford and Simper say? And now it's solid. It's
right,
solid
right.
as a rock. You gotta keep working on it. So yeah, it's not something that's gonna happen overnight. Never. Anything
No.
that
But to the
happens
person,
overnight, you gotta be careful about because that shit gonna
That's
leave
true.
overnight, just
but to
like
the
it came
person,
to you.
to the person who is out there measuring a man only by what he makes, then you are missing out. Something in you. Who hurt you for you to measure a man only by what he makes? Because if that's the case, then men will only measure you by how much you can get from him. So you don't want to be that way. So why classify us that way? So Tyler Perry tonight told no lies tonight, and I don't care who has something to say about it. Shame him and his career. Guess what? He's worth $1 billion.
Try to go to his house and shame him because you can't even get in. You can't even
You
get
don't
on
even
the
know where
ground.
it's at.
You don't know where it's at.
What's his
You
address?
don't know where he live. You don't know about his little son he got running around that might be the next little MJ, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. You don't know what they planned in that boy. We don't see him. He keeps his kid to himself, as he should. The next time we see that nigga, he might be the next Kobe Bryant. And then what we gonna say? I always knew Tyler Perry was on some funny stuff at his house. How did this boy come out the house? People gonna always have some shit to say.
He got something to
Do
say.
you work on your craft, work on your art, and perfect yourself to be the best version of yourself you can be.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lisa J. Tonight with nice perspective.
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You know, we step back and just let you have at it.
I be going off sometimes, but I try not to overstep. But what we gonna do? We gonna stay
what the hell are you eating? That's what I want to know.
You ain't know these is my favorite.
Oh my god!
Are those the infused?
This is why I was in the dentist. They not infused, but this is why I was in the dentist office about a month ago because I eat these constantly.
You came from the dentist and picked up some gummies and just.
No, this is my first gummies from my dentist visit a month ago. I couldn't do it. So now I can do it, but when I get off live, I gotta go.
That's flavored wax.
It is good though. I don't give a damn. It's good. It keeps me calm.
Antonio says, I'm gonna let you be great tonight.
Okay? Hey.
Tonight.
So
last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we've been waiting all day.
It's taking the whole world by storm.
If you have not seen this documentary by now, it was only 30 minutes long.
35. It was 35.
Okay, so 35 minutes long. Come on. What you waiting for?
And if your life didn't change by seeing it, if you didn't gain not 1, not 2, or 3 lessons from it, go back and watch it again.
If you haven't figured it out by now, we're talking about Kirk Franklin.
Yeah. Kirk Franklin's Father's Day documentary was no joke. First of all, he teased the hell out of it for about a week.
Yeah.
And when he just gave portion, I thought that somebody was pregnant. I thought that he was about to have another baby. I thought that somebody was pregnant. I thought that
the Father's Day will never be the same. That's what he started with. And you're very right. I was like, no. And he's still alive. Tammy ain't killed him. No, it ain't no other baby. I was like, let's keep it moving. So what else we got? And then so I was like, okay, he putting out here the record and stuff, and he talking about I need Jesus, I need peace. I was like, okay, so Kirk really fucked up right now. He going through something. He like, we gotta feel him. And so I was feeling him. And then a couple of more days later, he dropped some more. So I was like, Kirk, you setting us up. Yeah. And then this past Friday, we got the whole revelation.
I don't know. I was first in line to watch it Friday when it dropped. First off, I couldn't find it on his page, on his YouTube page. I couldn't find it. So I thought that, he didn't do it. But then everybody was talking about it. And I was like, well, why can't I find it? And then Clive, my friend Clive, who's just on here cutting onions, he sent me the link. And I was like, okay, let me watch this. I was done by the entire thing. For first off, because I just came out of a meeting and we were talking about this. So I'm going to tell you what I told them in this meeting about this movie, about this documentary. His mother and his on them heifers right there, both of them.
Listen,
how are you going to deny?
They were some free fall Sallies on Friday and Saturday nights. They was some free falls, and they was at the skating rink, and they was doing their thing, and they little town in Texas, and little Miss Deborah didn't want to admit that not only did she see Rick Hubbard on this particular Saturday night, but she saw that tall ass dude that she claimed was Kirk's daddy that
Right.
could never have been his daddy because he's 5 feet. She she didn't want to admit that she had frolicked with them
more than
on the
once.
same night or
Mhm.
within 2 days
Mhm.
of each other. And she didn't know who baby boy's daddy was. And she could not even bring that into her reality or existence at her big age now. If Kirk is
That's what I'm just
53,
gonna say. Come on
if
now.
Kirk is 53, she's got to be at least 60,
hmm
61,
You know,
hmm
62. So, and you
At what point
saw
do you
how
let the lie
Sandra,
go? I mean, you got
two tests,
two test results, and you still going to keep up the lie.
two
Come
tests.
on. At some point,
I put this on my dead mama's
I'm
grave.
glad she ain't put shit on me because I'm not finna die of your lying ass.
Girl, I mean,
if
oh, I'm
if
sorry.
you want to know the truth, I will never lie to you. That's what she said. I would never lie to
That's what
you.
she
I
said.
will,
Call me
That's what she
back
said.
if you want to know the truth. And then the disrespect of the auntie. First
this
of all,
Kirk is
Sandra,
good. Let me just say that. Kirk is good.
he ain't he good? Because he called you and he was like, Sandra, excuse me. Sounding like she's sipping on a Budweiser right then and there.
She was.
And he
She was.
and he said, Aunt Sandra, ah, okay, Kirk. Ah, okay, what you want? Girl, who you talking to? Who are
He a
you
good
talking
one.
to?
my
You, the woman that don't even claim me, sister. So why should I acknowledge you as my
Exactly.
auntie? Why?
my conclusion. The two of them knew about it. The mother and the sister. They both knew
They was
about it.
together the
They
same
were
night they
in
left the
on it.
skating rink and both went and fucked whoever they Rick Hubbard apparently, and then whoever
At the end of it,
Sandra,
at
whoever
the one
Sandra
who
was
died,
with,
the
because
one who died
where
of
her
cancer.
kids at? She probably got a baby that's in question too, because they was birds of a feather.
The here's where I got from this. At the end, where Sandra, that's her name, Aunt Sandra, she said to Kirk's mother,
He
he
just
just
wants to know the
wants to
truth.
know the truth.
He just wants
That's,
to know the truth. She was like,
that's what she
"Bitch,
said.
like quit playing. Like
It's
tell
enough. Enough is enough.
it's
Enough is enough.
enough,
We
girl.
are
Tell him
we've
about the
run this as
skating
long
rink.
as we could. We did this for as long as we could. We
The
thought we
jig
hit
is
the
up.
brave, and now we got caught. So he just wants to know. You
He
You
sit
wants
look
to
them
at
up.
the
know the
dad.
truth.
You look
You
at the
sit them up.
man. When
Right.
him and
When
Kirk
I
sat next to each
saw
other,
that
Stevie Wonder
nose,
said, "Oh, that's that nigga dad.
Steve was like, wait a minute.
That's that nigga dad." Yeah.
That's his daddy. That's his daddy
Mhm.
right there. There was no
nose
doubt
was here.
about it, right? Both of them same
Kirk
height.
walked in, nose was here. They both was meeting at the nose. I was like, damn, these niggas. All Kirk needed was a white hat on, but he didn't have that. He went
All
in and he
Kirk
was
needed was
nervous and all that stuff.
all
And
Kirk
so
needed was Maury Povich to come out there with his test. That's all he
ears,
needed.
ears
In
was
the,
sticking out just like I was like, damn,
in the matter of
okay.
Kirk Franklin,
And they
you
need to bring
are
Plies in too. See if
Cause
Plies is in.
Plies is
I
Rick
still ain't
might
seeing
have.
Kirk and Plies in the same place at the same
Nah,
time. I'm
I
sorry.
feel like
I'm just
Rick
gonna say it.
Hubbard really probably fucked with Pi's mom, and they actually siblings. I really feel
are
that.
we really going that far that we're gonna put
I'm
Plies into
gonna
this?
say it. I'm gonna
I'm
put it
just
out
saying.
here.
I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Huh? Shit.
He looked
That's
like
all we
fun.
got. You ain't
Show me a
Delvin.
picture of Kirk and Plies
No, I'm talking about his
together.
father. His
Oh,
father?
I don't know.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
if the father is for one, the father is for both,
You
because they
fall.
look
Come
fucking
on.
alike. They look alike.
Yeah, well.
And Rick talking about I ain't know. I ain't gonna say Rick not to blame. I'm gonna say Rick said I didn't know. I didn't know.
He
I
didn't
didn't
know,
listen
and I
to the
gotta take him
news.
for his word. I gotta take him for
I
his
Yeah.
didn't
word.
listen to the
Yeah. I
news
don't.
in the
Yeah.
neighborhood. Okay? You ain't listen to the news in Texas. But did you listen to the news in Alabama when the Plies mama came and said you might be his daddy too? Because like I feel like it's some stuff thrown off. Everybody needs to come together at this point. It's out here, hell. Let's just bring it all to the table.
Mm.
He might be Plies daddy too.
This was just
Yeah, it took a turn. I don't know how we. That was my fault. It was probably my fault. I'm sorry.
No, it was very no, seriously, guys. It was heart wrenching. It was very
Oh,
heart
8 minutes
wrenching
in, and I
learning
was
that.
already. My eyes were filled up. 8 minutes in, I'm like, "Whoa,
yeah,
what's going on?"
yeah,
What?
It was crazy. And I watched Bad Boys and I watched it for 2 seasons and I
Yeah, I
watched
don't know.
Harry on. I've been a friend of his. I mean a fan of his. And so to see Carry On come on and talk to his dad in that light and forgive his dad instantaneously.
yeah.
It was a lot. It
It
was
caught
a
me.
whole lot.
It caught me at a spot where I was like, "Damn, I could have been better to my son.
Oh wow.
I could have been better to him." And
Mm,
I don't want my life to be cut short and I don't have this fixed. So I gotta find him. And I don't know where my son is. And I gotta find him.
Jonathan?
John. Yeah. So I gotta find him and try to make this connection again.
yeah, yeah.
Um, because of that, I have so many things that I want to say that I can't say on this live.
No,
No, yeah,
Have
no.
when this live is over, that I'll tell you two about. But there's a lot of things that this kind of hit me, and I saw it twice. I saw it once by myself. I saw it again with Latasha that evening, and I got to see it again a third time with somebody who is affected by this. So it's just a lot,
mm,
It's
and
a lot.
it's a
It's a
lot.
lot, bro. But
I
guess
got
what?
to give him credit for this. I got to give Kirk credit for this to put
He
this out.
did to share all of this with
Right.
his fan base. And I even saw negative comments in his
oh, you go.
post.
Come on.
Like
You already said you're gonna get that.
you
Somebody,
put this out here, you just trying to sell your record, but you ain't gonna release it till October 6th. Like all those people were saying negative things, but
someone to
like
exploit your
do you
family.
have a brain? Do you have a heart? Do you see what this man shared with us? Like his whole beginning, his genesis and his damn near exodus,
Mm,
but his revolution when he
yeah.
came through with like making amends and going to see this guy and all that stuff.
Yes.
But like the destruction came from his mom. And
Yeah.
a lot of women don't want to own that. A lot of women
No.
don't want to be like,
Mm-mm.
it's in support of Deborah. Like, how can you deny that this man is your child's son after two DNA tests, Deborah?
Of
Two?
99.999.
Nine
Come
nine
on
nine nine
now.
nine. That's all you
I
saw
want to
was
get to the
nine nine
bottom
nine
of it.
nine.
That's what she said. I want to get to the bottom of this, and Kirk's getting to the bottom of
I
it.
don't know how it happened,
Yeah,
but
you
what
know
I
how.
do know is I
Mm.
want girl.
Kirk's getting to the bottom of it was having another test done
You had a
right
Exactly.
through
great
there,
night.
right in
You
front of
had
your
a
face.
you had a great night that night. You had fun. Y'all went to the skating rink or
It
y'all
was,
went to the wherever y'all was,
y'all had an
and
epic run.
you came back
But it's
home. Rick might have felt your titty or something, and you was like, "Oh, I'm enticed," and you was like, "I want to go over here behind the schoolhouse or whatever with Rick," because she was a teen girl too, just like he was a teen
exactly.
boy. So like they weren't responsible. They doing stuff where they can do it, and yeah,
I've
because
never I've never seen this type of reaction by so many people.
so
Uh,
many different types of people too.
Yeah.
You got your
Yeah, that's true
Christians
too.
over here feeling this one thing. You got your Carry On supporters over here, not saying they're not Christian, but they not.
right.
And you got your other just like music lovers that's like, what? Like, what is this? Like, what's happening? that don't understand. But yeah, it's a lot, a diverse, and I didn't even touch the surface with just those three that I gave you because there's so many other people that's getting involved with this because that's the magnitude
Yeah.
that documentary reached
Since Friday,
since Friday.
1 million downloads of this video. A
Hmm.
Wow.
million downloads of a 36-minute video that changed lives across the world.
The world.
It's because of this video. And for anybody who says that this is just attention seeking, a narcissistic way of getting
Right.
your for
Your
those people
album.
for people who say that, guess what? Your life must be great to sit at the ivory tower and to talk about everybody else. But
Yeah.
everybody on earth that's on earth has things going on with them. Their lives ain't great. And behind the scenes, they will never tell you what's going on. But for one
Mm.
person to set a 36-minute video of what's
To
going on,
show his truth.
he could have been like, I'm fine with giving everybody a music, a video and an album
Right.
every 3 months, 3 years, whatever. I'll live the benefit of this life. But
I literally
that
told
wasn't him.
Shan, I was like, babe, you gotta see this Kirk Franklin documentary. He's like, baby, I don't really like him like that. Like I don't know his music. Like I don't vibe with dude. I was like, babe, you gotta watch this video because like this video is gonna change your whole put it on 36 minutes later. He was like, but what about this? And what about that? I was like, right. So
Mhm.
he was a full fledged, like not even knowing half of Kirk Franklin's catalog.
Yeah.
He still was like, well, what about what his mama? What about like that? Like, how did that happen? And so, like, yeah, he became an instant fan because he saw his vulnerability and he saw, you know, his
It ain't
heart in what he put out there. And so
Yeah.
it's hard to ignore that. And it's hard to,
it
just
ain't
not
about
acknowledge
the
the
music.
stuff that he went through. Right.
It ain't about the music. This thing
Yeah.
was about his life and what he was
Yeah.
seeking, what made him empty. He had a hole in his life that he was trying to fill since he was a child.
4 years old. And if this, after hearing the music that he's produced previously, if this is going to be anything like the music that's to come,
Mm.
nigga,
What
sign
what
me
he
up.
said the one song he said I'll give up every trophy I ever
I
To,
had
to
just
be
to call
somebody's
somebody.
son.
Mhm. I'll give up every trophy I ever won
I ever
just to be
won to
son.
be somebody's
Just to be
son.
somebody's son. That's
Listen, I'm done right now. I had to. You see, how I push back. I'm done. Cause like that's so deep.
I was done with that. And for us to have that, response,
hmm
it was needed. Find your family.
yeah.
Get things right. That was my takeaway from this. Find your family, get things right. Um,
Hmm.
and damn the people in your family that's causing you trauma. Damn them.
Cut them.
Leave them alone. Kirk ain't
For
seen
real.
his mama in 23 years.
Woo!
That's right. That's right.
At some point, you got to get the point.
Yeah.
Leave them alone.
In
And
23 years, and she want to sit there at that table and
And she's still
say,
alive.
"I
mhm.
still want to have a relationship." Is this decision that I made gonna stop you from having a relationship? Bitch, absolutely. And she like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
I need my son because he was like, I need my mama. And she was like, I need my son. No, the fuck you don't. You don't need your son as much as you need your pride because
Keep holding on to that life.
you
Yeah.
can't admit that you did what you did in that weekend because it had to have been a weekend because for you not to know and be sure you was holding out for Mr. Houston who died in 2018. But like they said, that nigga was 6'4". How the fuck is he Kirk daddy?
Mm-hmm.
Kirk is 5'2". And Mr. Richard,
met him nose to
Mr.
nose.
Mr. Rick, I should say.
Really did.
Hubbard, yep. Met him
When
nose
I
to
saw that nose, I was like, oh, that's his daddy. I was like, yeah, definitely his daddy.
But all this time, he was living blocks away from him.
Yeah.
Blocks away from his recording
Crazy.
studio. That's like, and then for him not to have any idea. Like, I don't know if he got off easy with Kirk when he came to him asking. He's saying, I didn't remember. I didn't remember any talk or any hearsay in the community about Deborah being pregnant. But how could you not?
But what if he
Small,
didn't really? I mean,
Regardless to,
if it was
I
a
small,
mean,
one night stand, he probably didn't.
small
nigga,
town. Small
how
town.
many one night stands you had that you ain't
Can we
double
not
back
put
and
me
think about?
in this?
Hey, let's
No,
not,
I'm just saying, and
let's not put him
I'm just
in.
making it real for you both because like Mr. Rick is if Kirk is 53, Mr. Rick is like what 70, 60
He got
something.
about. He probably. Yeah.
At
So
best.
like at no time that you hear the girl that you've been boning in the neighborhood is pregnant, you don't think back like
Mm-mm.
Mr. Rick said, I didn't know. I didn't hear nothing. I didn't know. And we're going to choose to believe him because that's what Kirk chose to believe. We're not going to put no divide up there and be like, well, Kirk, how could you say, like, how could Mr. How could you believe it? No, we're not going to do none of that because this man is finding his peace and finding his journey and finding his way. And what we're going to get out of that is some good ass music. And so we're going to shut the fuck up and we're going to listen. And
The
we're gonna
best
wait.
thing, the best thing out of this entire story, the best thing out of this entire story was Rick's wife was there with him the entire.
Sitting there and
Yeah.
silent and not
Yeah.
trying to be like, well, Kirk, I
Man.
just
She
want
not
you to
doing
know.
all,
Exactly.
She didn't
all
do
of
her hand like this.
Exactly.
She didn't do none of that. She just sat there and
But
crossed
this is
her
what
leg.
happens when you have. But this is what happens when you have two mature individuals make a conscious decision that this might have happened. He took the swab on his own
On
first,
his
He sure did.
own
and on
He
his
sure
and
did.
own.
sent it
As
and
a
sent
man, I'm
it.
going to see if this is me, and if it's me, I'm going to make it right. That sold me right
That's
there.
a man.
That sold me. That's a man
That's
move.
how hard it is to be against Mr. Rick because like this man did all this stuff without any coercion, showing up at a funeral and saying, "Damn, well, I used to date Deborah. Like,
Yeah.
could this little nigga be my son? I don't even know." And then taking it upon himself. A lot of dudes
Exactly.
don't take the initiative in so
You got to
many
force me to do
things.
this. Who else you been with beside me? It could be theirs or whatever.
So it
That's
ain't even paternity stuff. It's like so many things. A lot of dudes just don't take
this
initiative.
was
And
a
so for
man,
him
a
and
man to do
for
that.
him to say, let me do this. Let me do this for Kirk. I don't even know if Kirk is my son.
I don't
Let
even
me
want
do
to.
this.
And then he said, I don't even know what the results are. I don't even want to know what the results are. If you know, it's on you because this impacts you. That's a
And
man.
that moment was
I was floored. I was
Man.
done with this and with the entire. I wanted to shut the TV off 5 times during that documentary
Yeah.
because of what he was saying. I'm
Yeah.
gonna open up my house, my life.
validating and
for you.
confirming and doing all those things Kirk needed throughout his life.
You
He
never
was
said,
got
on
doing it
your
right
own
there,
time.
right then.
He didn't try to
And
push
he
nothing up
gave
on him. He said, on your
that's
own
the
time.
thing. He gave Kirk so much in that moment that he needed throughout his life. He gave him everything that he needed right then and there.
right.
I'm gonna let you do this at your own time. It's all about you. It's not about me and all that stuff. He validated him. He confirmed him. He did all those things that a father does without knowing that he was the father.
And
So absolutely, like
this is
that.
why I love that doc. This is why I love the doc because
Yeah,
you don't get men to stand. You get young men to fight over it. old men, I shouldn't say old, but older men will stand up. Let's find out if it's mine. Let's find out. It may not be mine, but let's find out if it's mine. Because if it is mine, then I want to step up and do the right thing. Because I never would have denied this if I knew.
Had I known.
Had I known, I would have never have denied you. And so to get that affirmation from your father, that thing speaks volumes. What every child, boy or girl, wants is affirmation from their father. And when you don't get that, your life is shaped differently. And you start to do things out of pocket. And so that's where I think that I messed up. Because I kept my son at a distance because he's adopted. And because he wanted to try to find out his identity and I couldn't get that to him, he felt a certain way and then took it out on both his mother and me. And so I'm like, man, I'm out of this thing here. I'm not saying to take this from you. So then that whole thing changed the dynamic of his life, changed the dynamic of my life. And so that's why I say I got to find him and make this right.
Yeah.
And so because of this, because, Leos, we hold grudges and we don't care how long we hold.
Man, listen.
That's just who we are.
I'm still looking for
I'm on here with two.
I'm gonna knock his ass out.
Because we hold these grudges, we don't know. We will let time go completely by.
I hate that about y'all.
You will not see your kids, and that's got to change. That's got to change. So it hit me two ways. That's one way it hit me. The second way I can't divulge on the live like this, I will divulge this to you after the live. So I'm going to say that this is Unmuted the Podcast, and where you can find us on the unmutedpodcast.com. Wherever you find your podcast tonight, we're going to take this audio and we're going to put on there. As long as this audio is tonight, this whole thing is going on there tonight.
It's a good show. It's been a great night. And thank you to everybody that has tuned in and streamed with us. And we appreciate you all.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. We about to have some real healing take place. So stay tuned.
Yeah. So the situation with this documentary is you got to have follow-up. This forces you to have follow-up.
Yeah.
What's going on with your life? Okay, how did you fix it from last week or whatever? Since the documentary, what have you done? That's going to be everybody's life now. Where do you stand since this documentary went on? So I got work to do. No doubt everybody here has some work to do. And so let's take this part. When Friday came about, Friday was the 15th. Friday was the 15th. From September the 15th to now, what have you done since September 15th? So let's fix it. Let's fix it, y'all. This is Unmuted the Podcast. I'm Delvin for Miss Lisa and for Big Sir Steven down at the bottom right there. This is the Unmuted Podcast. We'll see you guys next time. Again, this is episode
very soon. It won't be as long as it was this time. Because listen,
no, everybody will be back in studio, or you will see up there. I kind of like this. I
do too. I
kind of like this. I can go for this. Okay, so I just wanted to get done, y'all. I just wanted to.
I know.
And we got to make time to make this thing right. This is episode 13 for everybody who's counting. So be sure to like us on Facebook at Unmuted the Podcast, Instagram, unmuted_the_podcast, and on the website, theunmutedpodcast.com, which is under construction because things are going to change. And we'll tell you about the exciting news once I tell Lisa and Steve about the exciting news, because I got to tell them first, and then we'll go on from there. But we'll see you guys next time on Unmuted the Podcast.
Bye, y'all.
This is the awkward time, and we just stare at each other while we try to bring this thing in. So
I look up at y'all like, hey,
do like the Brady Bunch, just look.
Here's the story.
Right.
My name Brady.
There will be no Brady's going on around here tonight. Although that's not a bad name for a child, Brady.
Listen,
Who finna have a child?
I gotta pee. So
let's end this.
I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Look at him. Let's go, y'all. Bye, everybody.